Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Coaching with Connie. I'm Connie Fuchsa. I'm coming to you live from Southern Maryland, and I like to talk to you about different things that I come across or things that I feel like might be helpful for you that have helped me in my business world, in my personal life, in my experiences. And so a lot of you know that I owned a business for a little more than 30 years, that I recently sold that business. And through those experiences, I learned a lot of different things. And so one of those things that I learned is that I actually get online and talk to you guys a lot about myself, about experiences, about business, about mentorship, about team building, about working through struggles, about challenges with personally and professionally. But today I wanted to talk to you about something that really, really hits home with me, because it's the one thing that people don't really want to do. They don't really understand why they need to. They don't understand that that people are watching and that people need to know. So, when I talk to you about telling your story, here's what I want you to understand first. People like to talk to people that they know, that they like, and that they trust. You're not going to talk to somebody and share information with somebody that you know, that you may know them, but that you don't really get along with. So you're really you walk into a room full of people, maybe a holiday party, and you're not going to walk up to the person that you don't like the most in that room and have a conversation with them and share information and tell them personal things about you or things that might be going on in your world. You're not going to share information because you don't like that person. The same is true as if you are talking about a person that you specifically don't trust, or you don't know well enough to know if you should trust. So you're not going to necessarily walk up to that person again at a holiday party and share with them personal details or personal information, or even business details and information that you would share with someone that you did. So when we talk about this, you're going to work with somebody that you know, that you like, and that you trust, or you're going to connect with somebody that you know, like, and trust. So with that in your mind, the thing I want to share with you is, a lot of times I talk about what to do in business scenarios, but if you're not a business owner, you're not an entrepreneur, you still work in an organization or for a store or for a company that you obviously feel really strongly about for whatever reason that is. And so let's talk about why you should share what you love about that. And so first, what I want to do is share with you about the concept of behind your story. So as I said, that people like to work with people that they know, like, and trust. Well, how does somebody get to know you if you don't tell them about you? If you don't talk about you and your personal situation. Now, when I talk about telling your story, I'm not saying you should go back to when you were born and who your parents were, who your grandparents were, your whole heritage of your lineage. What I'm talking about is, who are you? Why are you in the spot you're in right at this moment? And make it short and sweet, not real long and drawn out, but people need to know who you are. And when they find out about who you are, you just need to be you. You need to talk about who you are, but you just need to be the human that you are and not read off cue cards and not have some scripted elevator speech. Although there's a time and place for those things, this is not the time and place. When you're meeting someone, you want to share with people what you like, what you do, how you got to where you are, what's your story. And so that's what I want to share with you. So let's talk a little bit about that. So when I talk about my story, what I'll say to you guys is, I'm here now because, first of all, I am going to tell you a little bit personally about me, because maybe you'll connect with that. So, I'm married to a guy that I've been married to for more than 28 years. We have a phenomenal relationship. He's my cheerleader. He always puts up with all my crazy ideas. He is really down to earth, quiet, and very methodical about things, and really just puts up with all of my wild ideas and wild craziness, and always is standing there cheering me on no matter what's going on. I'm a Navy mom, so my son's in the Navy, and I'm very proud of that. And I think that makes a really strong connection with military families. And I don't say it for that reason, but I say it because it's important. And then I have 2 pups and a grandpup. So I have a English bulldog and a wire hair dachshund, which a lot of people don't know what that is, but get to know me better and we could talk about that. And then I'm a G mama to my grandpup, Bo, who's a black lab. So I have a really fulfilled life. I'm really happy about that. And so maybe some of those things connect with you. That's part of my story. My story is that I live in Southern Maryland. I like to travel. And as I told you guys, I sold a business after I owned a business for more than 30 years. I sold that business recently. And what I learned through that is exactly this. The way I got to here was I had a business that people didn't really understand. They knew the end result and what that business did, but they didn't really understand what we did to get to that point. And so what I started doing is I started talking to people online, sort of like what I do with you now, is I started talking to people and sharing all of the nuances, some of those pieces. And when I talk to you about sharing your expertise, you're going to say, oh gosh, I'm not an expert at anything, but that's absolutely not a fact, because what you are is an expert at what you know about and what you feel passionate about, because you've done the legwork. You know what that is. So part of my story is I like to get online and share with you information, beneficial things that can help you in your day-to-day operations, that can help you move to the next level. And part of that story is I like to work with entrepreneurs and people that are in direct sales, people that have small businesses, ladies who are in leadership, because there's a lot of challenges there, on developing their story, being able to share their expertise, because they have a lot of expertness inside of them, and also developing a team of people around you that exude that passion and that expertise, that magnify that story that you have. So that's my story. And what I like to do with that story is I like to share with people exactly what we're talking about here, because what you need to do is be you, talk about you, and share with other people the things that are important to you, because those little nuances, as simple as they are things that are really important to other people. And people can connect with you because that's part of your brand. That's part of who you are. And to work with you, want to work with you, they need to know a little bit about you so they can know, like, and trust you. Because people aren't going to work with people that either someone else hasn't referred to them or someone that they've gotten to know. So telling your story is super important. It's okay to mess it up. It's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to scratch the side of your head like I do sometimes. It's okay to make some of those mistakes, because that makes you the human being that people can relate to and want to work with and want to trust. So when you're thinking about what you need to do, you guys have seen I've been working with a couple of different people coaching recently, and what we've done is discovered what that story looks like so that people can understand it, created what that brand looks like so that people can discover it and relate to it, and then start sharing information that's expertise that person has about what they're doing. So I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about how important it is to develop what that story is. And if you want some more help with that, that is exactly what I love to do. One of my friends said to me recently, it hits my joy button, and it absolutely does, because I love watching you. I was at a networking event last night, and I was watching this lady just blossom as she was telling me about what she likes to do. And I asked a question that I thought was part of what she liked to do, and she sort of got a frown on her face, and I realized that was not at all in her story. And so we started talking about what that story looks like and how that story magnifies into what she does in her day-to-day job, and how much she loved it, and where it turns into the expertise that she wants to share with you. So I'd love to talk to you more about your story and how to share your expertise and what we can do to help you grow that audience, because people will start following you because they want to know what you got going on, and they want to know because they can relate to you and they can trust you. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I do have some really super exciting news. We have been working so hard on some tips to help you do exactly what I'm doing here and how to make you feel more comfortable, because most people do not at all want to do this. They say, I could never go online. I could never do what you're doing. And that's absolutely not true. And so we've created a workbook, and it is about ready to launch. I think it should probably launch by the beginning of the week. Crazy, I guess, just in time for Christmas, right? I should be really excited about that. But I'm super excited because hopefully by the end of the week, all the links are going to work, and you'll be able to go download some free tips on how to get started. And then you can actually look at going to the next level and downloading the workbook and the guide that we've put together. So I am super excited. It's so fun to watch these things come together and just create all these tools to help you guys be your best you, and to tell your story and to share the expertise that you have in your toolbox. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I look forward to talking to you again real soon. I'll be back online again. Thanks for tuning on into Coaching with Connie. I'm Connie Fuchsa. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Ugh.